Hi there YouTube family, and welcome into today's video, which is going to be a haul slash review on products that I have hauled, but I'm not just going to show you the products because really for me a haul like that really doesn't do me any good. I like to know what is working and what hasn't worked, so I wanted to make sure that I did this before I sent some of it back to the store or before I put it away into my makeup so that you guys can see. So I hope that you enjoy these kind of videos. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our wonderful family if you haven't already. We would love to have you here. Okay, recently I got the 4 from Bad Habit, the 4 palettes that are very much like the Huda Beauty little small mini palettes. They are very much a dupe exactly for the Huda Beauty ones. They're set up the same. The colors, they've tried to dupe them exactly the same. They're really, really nice quality palettes. One of these, actually, I was a little bit concerned with this one right here. It did come and the black was really messed up. So that one I haven't really had a chance to play with very much because the black kind of bled over into all the rest of them. But I want to quickly go ahead and show you them, and then I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you. They're so pretty. I'm not going to swatch this one, which is the After Dark one, and I'm not going to swatch this one, which is the Aftershock one. So I'm really only going to be able to swatch one of them for you guys because I'm going to be putting these two into a giveaway for you guys. And the reason is because, I get palettes and I am just drawn to palettes like crazy. I get them and then I'm like, you know what? You have like 14 of these colors in your makeup arsenal already. Why are you doing this? So the After Hours palette is the one that I am going to swatch for you, and these colors are so buttery and they're so smooth. There is a little bit of kick up, but I'm finding that that doesn't bother me because when you have kick up, you know that you've got a pigment, a really, really nice pigment, and that's what these colors did. There is some absolutely gorgeous like wines and plums, a little bit on the neutral side on there. They're so pretty, you guys. So I'm really excited to get that to you guys and let you guys see those. This is really exciting. So from Beauty Creations, I got the Elsa and the Olivia palette. Now, the Elsa palette is so gorgeous. Look at these colors. This is a dream for me, you guys. You know how much I love to play with colors. I love to have just different things, and this runs the gamut of the rainbow. It is so beautiful and luxurious too. I'm telling you guys, these little companies are just stepping up their game and they are doing a fantastic job. These companies really know what they're doing and they just knock it out of the park, and I am so loving that we can get cost-effective palettes or eyeshadows, and you know what? They're less than the drugstore palettes, and they're better quality too. They blend together. They're just wonderful. Now, this is the Olivia palette, and guess what? I'm putting this one in a giveaway too. But look at this. It's all warm, but it doesn't have just warm colors in here. There is some cool tones too. You've got some like mauve colors in here, some greens, some very light pinks, golds, olives. I love this. It's so pretty. Went to Walmart and found these new Fox in a Box, and they're from Hard Candy, and this one is, let's see if I can find what the name of it is. This one is Girl Next Door. This is supposed to be a blush. It has a ton, I think they're really trying to copy Benefit. It has a ton of glitter in it though. And the thing about it, I don't even know if you guys can see, it's more of a highlight, almost a blush topper. And it's okay. It's a little bit chalky and a little bit hard. I would say if you guys know the Too Faced ones that are in the hearts, it's along those lines. But even the formula for me wasn't that great. This one right here is the NYX Total Control Primer. Now this I do like. This is a little bit thinner of a primer, and I've kind of talked to you guys a little bit about why I do like a little bit thinner of a primer, is because when you're layering so much on your skin, it can really look cakey as you get older. So I have really liked this. I've used it probably 5-6 times already. It does a really great job of creating the barrier between your moisturizer and your foundation, and it also does a really good job for me of keeping my foundation in place. Toddy did a video on these NYX Powder Puff, NYX, however you say it, the Powder Puff Lippy, say that 20 times really fast. This is in the color Best Buds, and you guys know how I feel about liquid lipsticks. They just really aren't for me. They dry my lips out. I feel like I've got, you know, bumhole lips. I hate that. But this is just, it's kind of along the same lines, and I just really, it's not for me. It feels like a powder going on, and I guess that's why it's called Powder Puff, because it really just feels that drying. And she really liked them, but they just weren't for me. As far as lasting power, I don't know. I just didn't like the way it felt, and I knew it was going to dry my lips out, so I actually took it off immediately. Okay, I did try out the Urban Decay All Nighter concealer, and this one is in light, I think this one is in light neutral, you guys. Okay, this was really dry, and it was a lot like the Tarte, but it didn't give as good of a coverage, and it dried me out even more than that. As far as the lasting power, yeah, it lasted, but it really felt very dry during the day. So I actually am going to be sending this one back to something I did like. This was I think it's Dawn's Life After 40, something like that. I'll put it up on the screen real quick. She heard from Mary Ellen after 60 that the Derma E Illuminating Face Oil was really good, and this is all natural. It has rose hips and cranberry oil in it, and I really like this. It's an illuminating one where you feel like you're not just getting a bunch of oil on your skin or a bunch of moisture on your skin. You're more getting, you know, a brightening effect with it too, which is what rose hip oil does anyway. But this is a really good one and a fairly good price, so I really am enjoying that one. This is from NYX. This is called Worth the Hype Mascara. I'll show you the wand on it really quick. Again, you guys, I'm so darn picky about my mascaras, but I didn't like this. It wasn't like you could build it up, or that you could, you know, make your eyelashes have a lot of volume or anything. So I really didn't like that. I actually have 3 mascaras in here that I didn't like. This one is the Duo Fiber XXXXX Superstar. And it's supposed to have, on one side is supposed to be the fiber, which is just black. It's not anything. This one is the mascara side, and it's got the curve on it. And then this one is the fiber side, and this is where you're supposed to be able to get your fibers from. So this didn't do anything either. It wasn't like a really good primer. Yeah, this one wasn't a good one either. If you've been wondering about the new Bad Gal Bang from Benefit mascara, this stuff is, I don't like it. It's junk, it's garbage. I could throw it in the garbage right now if I wouldn't want to go get my money back for it. I don't like this. Benefit They're Real is my holy grail. I've tried Curl. I don't like Curl. This one, I don't like this one. So this one, Flake, Smudge, you name it. I had a few tears one day, and I am telling you, I had so much black underneath my eyes that it took a chisel to get it off, just about. So this one is a no-go. If I could throw it, I would right now. So yeah, that one's no good, you guys. Hard Candy. I've been, ever since I got the Maybelline, actually I'll show you right here. Okay, I got the Maybelline Master Camo color corrector in the apricot, and this one is in the yellow, and I purchased it because I wanted to try it also. I love this, you guys. It's not too moist that when you put it on, okay, that's what the problem is. Let me tell you, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me calm down. So basically, when you put on your color corrector, you don't want your color corrector to move around and to mix with your concealers, right? This one from Hard Candy, is so bad. Yesterday I put it on and I thought, this is really too emollient, you know, and I'm gonna have a hard time. And I dabbed it off with a tissue, and then I ran it, you know, a beauty blender over it. And I thought, okay, I'm good. Put my concealer on. An hour later, I go out in public with my husband, flip down the visor thing to look at my makeup, and I look like an orange Oompa Loompa from here to here. And I'm like, holy crap. And I was just like, okay, I'm mad now. So this one, steer clear. It bleeds into your concealer. I didn't like it. The Master Camo ones, they are a little bit, yes, they're a little bit more on the drying side, but they will just use a tiny bit where you need it. Don't go crazy and put it all over the place, because then you're going to feel like you're too dry, but just use a tiny bit where you need it. So if you have, you know, redness, discoloration, anything like that, that's where you want to put these. So yeah, I really like these Master Camo ones. The apricot is my favorite because of my dark circles from hell. So yeah, okay. And then I also tried the LA Color Pro Concealer, and this one is in yellow. This really isn't a very yellow one, you guys. It does look a little bit more yellow on my hand right there. But you know what? It looked so much like a concealer that I had that you couldn't really tell the difference between that and the concealer. I'm going to keep this because I feel like, you know, if you're using your foundation, like I have a little baby growing out of my neck right here. And so I feel like if you dot that on and then you put your foundation over it, that you're doing pretty good. From ColourPop. Okay. Stila was the first one to do the liquid, the glitters and the eyeshadows and stuff. And I really didn't like the glitter ones because it was a little too chunky for my eyes and made my eyelids look a little bit too crepey. And then I came across this one from ColourPop. These are pretty, but they don't dry down well enough. And, you know, I don't mind this one. I really don't. But for some reason, anytime I use any of these liquid eyeshadows, I feel like I get too much texture with my already, you know, my eyelids that already have enough texture on them from being older. So I'm going to steer clear of liquid eyeshadows, I think. This is new from NYX. And look at this, you guys. This thing is so teeny tiny, and it does such a good job for tight lining, for water lining. It's so good. I got it in this like tealy blue, and I put it in my waterline, and it stayed really good. So I really did like that one a lot. And then I came across this other, this one is L'Oreal Lasting Drama. This one is kind of a metallic color, and it was just really good for going into the waterline. I like to do that occasionally with just like a buff nude color, but I thought it would be really fun to do it with this icy, you know, buff color, so that you kind of had a little bit of a switch up, and it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So I do like those. I like their lasting power. They worked really good. This is the NYX Duochromatic, and these are just lip glosses, I think. But this was, and it was really opaque. And it just, the only thing is that it changed the color. I mean, look at it right here. It looks pink, right? Okay, it's not pink. It's like gold. And so when I got it on my lips, I had this pink look on, put it on my lips, and I'm like, what the crud? You know, so yeah, so it's duochrome, all right, but it's not pink. It's gold. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. Okay, the Luxe lipsticks from ColourPop. These are pretty good, you guys. I'm not crazy about the colors they have out right now, but the formula is a matte formula, and one swipe, that's one swipe on my hand right there. And wow, they're really good. Every color that I've tried, I have 3 or 4 colors. They're very moisturizing. They have jojoba oil and something else in them, but they're really, I thought they were really good. The wear time on it was pretty good too. You know, it's a lipstick, so it's not a liquid lipstick that's going to last all day. It is a lipstick, but it's still matte, and I thought they were very pretty. They actually don't seem like they're 100% matte. They seem more like they're almost a satin matte, kind of along those lines, you know what I mean? Okay, and from NYX, I got this holographic halo, and these are pot shadows. This I don't like this. As I'm putting it on my arm, it's rolling up and it's looking really chunky, and I'm just not liking this very much at all. It's really chunky on my finger. I wasn't impressed with this one at all. So I just, again, it's going to accentuate too much texture on my eyelids. It did anyway, and I have to just pass on this one. So that's it for today's video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see reviews with your hauls about what I'm liking and what I'm not. So that's it. I love you guys very much, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, you guys.